welcome to the Celebrity Authority Show. Please welcome your host, Sam Cawthorn.
Well, here we are again in the studio with the most amazing Arnie Wilson. Arnie, you are direct from New Zealand, Auckland in New Zealand. You've come all the way here through to Sydney to our studio. It is great to see you, but not only that, you've got so many amazing stories, etc. So first of all, welcome Arnie Wilson.
Hey, thank you, Sam.
Arnie, again, thank you so much for coming in. Arnie, not only do you have so much expertise in the corporate world, particularly on the leadership level, but also you have a lot of experience when it does come to stress management and really navigating fears, etc. Tell us a little bit more about your message.
So my message, Sam, is that about 6 years ago, when I was suffering through stress-induced cancer, which was a bit of a shock to the system, I was in a highly paid, highly stressful corporate role at the time, which I'd been in for about 20 years. What I found through being a stress mastery coach and researching and the years of being qualified in other disciplines is I actually found that the real, true mastery of stress is to get to the core of our fears. My message is be honest, get rid of your facade, stop hiding behind your social beliefs and blaming stress. Get rid of it all, get honest and start riding and embracing stress for empowerment.
Is stress, like, you know, look, we hear about it all the time, but is stress a real problem with C-level executives and high-level management? Is it as big as what we think, or?
Look, they did a research study and they've actually found that of 3,000 C-level executives in 2014, that over 65% of them said that they suffered from extreme or excessive amounts of chronic stress.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I just think that it's a mindset, it's a perception, Sam. So there was a study that ran over about 8 years in the mid-2000s where they actually found that those people who said that they suffered high stress, but also said that it definitely impacted their health, were the ones who had a 42% increased chance of premature death. Those who said, though, that they suffered through high amounts of stress on a daily basis but didn't feel as if it impacted them, had a 0% chance.
Arnie, are there different types of stress? Can you actually get good stress and bad stress, or like tell us a little bit more about like the types of stress that one can face?
Well, look, there's actually 3 types of stress.
Okay.
We have acute stress, which is your fight or flight. It's that fun-filled adrenaline buzz that we get.
So that's a good stress?
That's a good stress. It's fantastic stress.
Right.
And then we've got what's called eustress, which is EU stress.
Yeah.
And that's just your average daily impactful stress. You know, that ongoing, hey, you know, this falls outside of my valuistic boundaries, but I'm okay with it. And then you've got the chronic stress, which is the ongoing onslaught of daily stresses that you feel are completely outside your control and are impacting you. And it's the chronic stress that we have a problem with. Acute stress, bring it on.
Yeah.
I'm a thrill seeker. You bring it on.
Yeah, look, that's great. So what would you say would be the main things that you focus on to help people navigate the different, not only the difference, but also, I don't know, to get rid of some of that chronic stress?
Look, Sam, it's really down to 4 key human fears.
Okay.
And those 4 fears are the fear of judgment, our fear of loneliness, our fear of loss, or our fear of change.
And even C-level executives, you know, sense and feel that, yeah?
100%. The number 1 fear facing our C-level executives today is actually the fear of what's called the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And the imposter syndrome is their fear of being judged by their peers as incompetent. It's astounding.
Wow.
But again, they're hiding behind the facade. They've got to have the peacock syndrome going on. They have to put on the face of being empowered and powerful. But when we break that down, it really empowers them further. Absolutely. So I teach them about commanding attention and community and creativity, and also building on centeredness, really, in order to empower them and get through their fears.
So are C-level executives, are they open to be coached and transformed, you know, through what you do with them? What would you say would be the ratio of people saying, hey, look, I need help, like literally putting their hand up and saying, hey, help me? Like, well, how do you navigate that?
You know, there's actually a good question, fantastic question. Naturally, if I was to meet a C-level executive, depending on the situation, initially they're very angst about it. They don't want to put up their hands. But if you show them through their peers or through their staff amazing changes, then they're more inclined in order to listen.
Yeah.
But it's also, for me, the difference between myself and any other stress mastery coach that might be out there, any other leadership consultant that actually may be out there, is that I've lived and I've breathed this. I've been in boardrooms across the world where I've gazed into the eyes and into the souls of very aggressive CEOs, and I've connected within a few short seconds.
Yeah.
And it's about that connectedness, Sam. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's about looking through the person to their soul. And I'm not talking woo-woo in any way, shape or form. I'm not. I'm just talking about getting a humanistic bond, which then allows them to very quickly and honestly just talk to me as a person.
Ani, just for a moment, would you mind if I take you back to that time where it sounds as if it was a rock bottom time in your life, where you were saying earlier on that you had got cancer through stress? How did you get through that? Because I'm looking at you now, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Tell us more about how you navigated through that journey.
Look, Sam, I actually knew that the diagnosis was coming. I just felt in my heart that I had been going on this high road for far too long. So when my oncologist looked at me and said, look, Ani, I've got some bad news. You've been diagnosed with stress-induced aggressive stage 3 hormone receptor positive cancer. It didn't come as a sledgehammer. I've always been about mindset. I've always known that there was something else that needed to drive me. And look, as a sledgehammer today, Sam, only 20 minutes ago, I found out that my brother has been diagnosed with cancer. And so it's just about, really helping others now with the mindset. So I happen to know that my brother's going to fly through this because I'm going to be in his ear about its perception. They've done years of study now about cancer, and those people who are told about their statistics, they're the ones where their mindset falters. The people who are told, don't worry about the cancer, get through this, continue on your path, know your why, get past your fears, they're the ones who are empowered and race through. So, Sam, again, perception, my mindset was really solid, and I just kept a positive face and faith, really.
Ani, thank you so much for sharing that and being really open and vulnerable there. Now, earlier on you were talking about acute stress and the adrenaline stuff. What are some of the fun things that you like doing in your spare time?
Goodness me, I'm an adrenaline junkie. So I love motocross.
Yeah.
I love...
Do you ride yourself?
I do ride myself.
Wow, that's cool.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a high speedboat racer. Anything to do with water. Anything to do with water. In fact, I've just started learning kite surfing, which is a blast. Absolute blast.
Well, New Zealand is known for its extreme sport. Actually, I did some bungee jumping. Have you bungee jumped before?
I hate
jumped out of a plane
jumping.
or
I
no?
hate bungee jumping.
All right,
I don't know why.
All right, that's great. Hey, Ani, look, thank you so much for coming into the studio today. However, just before we finish, we have this little challenge for you. It's called 10 questions in 60 seconds. And I just want you to just talk about the first thing that comes to your head when I ask you the question. Do you accept the challenge?
Totally, bring it on.
Yes, okay. So, Ani Wilson, your time starts now. Favourite colour?
Yellow.
Favourite food?
Ooh, sushi?
Oh, I love sushi. Favourite celebrity?
Jared Leto.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what's so cool about him?
Oh, he's a triple threat. He knows how to sing, he knows how to act, he knows how to do everything. He's
As you're talking about favourite actor?
Oh, Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I love Charlize Theron. Favourite professional speaker?
Oh, potentially Jack Canfield.
Yes, I love it. He's awesome. I've met him before. He's a cool guy. Favourite book?
I don't have one.
If you did have one, though.
Oh, you know what? I struggle with reading. I'm a talker.
Yep. I don't understand that. Favourite movie?
Oh, good question. Shoot, Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys. Okay, favourite city?
Definitely Queenstown, New Zealand.
Lovely. Favourite drink?
Wine.
Wine. What type of wine? Red, white?
I'm a very fanatical person about a very good oat Chardonnay.
Ah, yeah, Cardonnay we call it here in Australia. Favourite pizza topping?
I don't have one because I don't eat bread.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, and if you would be an animal, Arnie, which animal would you be?
Definitely an orca.
An orca?
An orca.
Why is that?
He's the king of the ocean. I'm a water-based person and I just love the orca.
Arnie, thank you so much for coming in to the Celebrity Authority Show. Arnie Wilson!
Thanks, Dan.